Hi and welcome to my kitchen, my dear friends. Today we are going to do a very fast pasta dish, pasta with the shrimps. It's going to be very simple, not too many ingredients, and with some options for you to experiment with. So let me introduce you to the ingredients. This is 2 cups of boiled pasta. Now you don't have to use this. I use this spiral pasta. You can use anything, any form of pasta, even spaghetti will do. This is 250 grams of peeled deveined shrimps. Make sure whenever you're eating shrimps, even when you eat in restaurants, make sure to remove the vein. Deveined shrimps are the best way to avoid food poisoning with the seafood, also with shrimps, with shellfish. This is broccoli, about 2 cups of steamed broccoli. This is an optional ingredient that I am not going to use today. This is portobello mushrooms. The shrimp is 250 grams and so is the mushroom. 250 grams. I just cut them up into 3 pieces each. I just bought sliced. This is about half a cup of diced red bell pepper. This is the green. I took 3 spring onions. You can reduce or increase the ingredients as it suits your taste. This is I took 3 spring onions. This is the white part. This is the green part. I always separate them. This needs a little cooking. This one is better when you just add it last. This is garlic, 2 cloves of chopped garlic. This is some dried parsley. Chili flakes, optional, as much as you want, as little as you want, or if you don't want, just avoid. This is black pepper, just crushed, thick grind. Best is to crush it fresh, not grind, crush. Just take the flat side of a big knife and put it on your counter or wherever on a piece of wax paper and just press the flat side of the knife on it and just hit with your hand. You will have very nicely freshly crushed black pepper. Salt, and I have some lemon juice to squeeze on the top or for garnishing, and basically this is it. Let's go to our stove here. I am going to show you my wok. Inside my wok I put in 1 full tablespoon of olive oil and 2 tablespoons of butter. That's the way I found it comes out best. But again, my friends, up to you. You don't want, if you're using butter, you have to add some oil. Otherwise, the butter will burn. But if you don't want butter, then you can just use oil. But a little butter gives a good taste. And really it doesn't hurt you. It helps you. It's healthy. Just in reasonable amount. Let's not overdo, but everything is good in its original form. So there we're going to just add our garlic. This is the garlic. I'm just going to increase the heat a little bit, and the onion. And just about a minute. The one ingredient that you can, if you want it a little creamier, you can add any sauce, or if you want it saucier, you can add some tomato sauce with a little seasoning in it. You can add pasta sauce in it later. You can also add the Alfredo sauce. You can add just plain cream at the end. Just pour about 2 to 4 tablespoons of cream and just put it on simmer. It will be nice, but I'm just going to cook it dry. Also, for my vegetarian friends, I have a option for you to enjoy this recipe. So I'm going to use about half a teaspoon of crushed black pepper. You can always add more later. I'm going to use a pinch of the chili flakes. For my vegetarian friends, try this recipe with extra firm tofu. Extra firm bean curd tofu. It really is a very nice substitute, a good option for those of you who don't like seafood or those of you who would like to stay vegetarian. You can try that. And it comes out really nice. We're now going to add our mushrooms and the bell pepper. and we're going to just cook a couple of minutes until our mushrooms are you can also avoid mushrooms. If you don't want mushrooms, you can just do it without mushrooms or change the mushrooms. Use canned mushrooms are fine. Drain them, rinse them well. Any other vegetable. I'm just giving you the basics. You can experiment, and like I always say, my friends, do not hesitate to experiment with your cooking. It should be your own creativity, your own imagination, and I guarantee you the results. 99% of the time you will be happy with what you achieve, because there's always a different taste. And food, I always say, food cooked with affection, with love of whosoever is going to be enjoying that, whether it's yourself, your family. It's always a great thing to do and a very rewarding experience. Okay, this is it. As you can see, our mushrooms are changing color. I did forget to bring some water. I'm going to take a little water. And although you really don't need much water, because shrimps themselves become watery once you put them in, but this is just to cook the mushrooms a little bit. I'm adding this water, but mushrooms also, you wouldn't want to overcook them because they're not fun to eat them. Okay, I'm going to add my shrimps. Once again, 250 grams of peeled and deveined shrimps. I insist, I want you to remember this, that shrimps should always be deveined because they are healthier to eat that way. I'm just going to leave the shrimps to cook. So before we do that, let me add the salt. So this is about half a teaspoon of salt. Little more, little less according to your taste. And we are going to, this is a very simple, very simple basic recipe. Like I said, you can add all the sauces and all the flavorings that you want. I'm just giving you a basic idea of what to do. The broccoli is steamed, so if you're adding the broccoli, it will come later. Meanwhile, I'm just going to put just a little sprinkle of water, and I'm going to cover this and let it cook for about 3 to 5 minutes on a medium-high heat, not on low heat. If you cook shrimp on low heat, if you simmer, it becomes very hard. So about 3 minutes, I'll be back. Welcome back, my friends, and 3 minutes later, this is how our shrimps are looking. They are cooked. You just need 3 to 4 minutes to cook your shrimps. And as you notice, very little water. The mushrooms are ready. Now at this point, I am just going to add. It's like maybe 1/4, 1/8, a little sprinkle of oregano. This is dried oregano. Like I said, whenever you're using dried herbs, always rub them between your palms and then let the powder fall on your food, because the flavor comes out best. Okay, we're going to add our the green part of our onions. I'm going to do a little, I'm going to put the pasta now. Now, like I said, if you want to add the broccoli, then you should have put in the broccoli right before the pasta. I am not going to do any broccoli, so for me, actually this is almost it, except that I'm going to add a little parsley. Once again, this is about half a teaspoon of dried parsley. Fresh is even better, but we cannot have access to fresh herbs all the time, so substituting is fine. Just a little, again about a tablespoon of water, and a little drizzle of olive oil, so that our pasta is not dry. And last, at this point you should check the salt, my friends, to make sure that, and a little squeeze of lemon juice, and this is it. We are done. Look at the, you know, when I cook, when I experiment with my food, I also try to make my food colorful, use colored ingredients, variety of ingredients, the green, the red, even the yellow, everything adds up to the look. Food has to look attractive to eat, not only taste delicious, because if your food is not looking good, as much as it tastes good, it's never fun to eat. So there you go, my friends. This is your, let's put some bell pepper, and this is your, and we're just going to garnish it with a little more lemon and a little more green. And this is your quick and easy pasta with shrimps. Enjoy, and please let me know how it came out. And do remember to substitute with tofu, extra firm tofu, if you don't like the shrimps. And have a good day. I'll see you soon.